Hey, we are two Star Wars nerds, and we're going to be talking about Padme Amidala in The Phantom Menace. So, this has been really fun because what we've been doing so far is looking at like father-son with Anakin and Luke, and then mother-daughter now with Leia and Padme, and going just through movie by movie. And just because there's so much that changes, from movie to movie, honestly. But yeah, with Padme and The Phantom Menace, I think The Phantom Menace gets way too much hate.
For real.
I think it's an incredible movie. I hold a lot of nostalgia for it, but then even when I rewatch it, I'm like, I actually really enjoyed this. I think it's really good Star Wars. But for Padme, there's a lot that she does in this. Just kind of recounting things. But why don't you start? We just generally say like what we like and start to deep dive a little bit. But what made you specifically want to do a video on Padme and The Phantom Menace?
Because I think like Leia, Padme is another really cool character. She's a good role model for women to look up to, and she's someone that I did look up to as a child. And just finishing Leia, and like we did with, like you said, Luke and Anakin, there's so much similarities. And even when I talk about Leia, I'm thinking of Padme, or I'm sure I'm going to be thinking of Leia as I talk about Padme, because you see them in each other. The story's just so well written. Even though Leia and Luke weren't raised by their parents, you still see those attributes, and those characteristics of their parents in them. But why I specifically love Padme in The Phantom Menace is just right off the bat, even as the queen, she, stays undercover, but she's like, I'm going out on the field. Like, I don't need to sit back in my chair and my throne and send someone else to do it. Like, I want to be down there. Like, I want to help protect my people. I want to be a queen in action, not just one who points orders and barks out orders, but someone who's on the ground with her people. So right off the bat, you see her like that, and then you find out obviously she's very young. She's very mature for her age, and she's willing to do a lot for her people. I also really like at the end when they come back to Naboo, and just how she's leading this charge, this invasion back into Naboo. It's just so cool to see her as the queen. You don't normally see queens like that, but she can handle herself. She can lead people into battle, and you just see this cool, just like Leia, how Leia can take care of herself, but you see that in Padme as well, where she takes care of herself. And then you see where she has the treaty with the Gungans, and there's restoration between the people, and they shut down the droids, and then they have this treaty. So it's just so cool to see Padme in action, and seeing that she's more than just a queen. She's more than just a damsel in distress. She's none of those things. Like, she's a powerful woman who isn't just doing her own thing. Like, she cares and loves about other people too.
Yeah, and she totally is, I would say a misfit in terms of royalty, because typically in royalty, you see the opposite. You see that it's self-indulgent, it's greed, and it's corruption. But not only, because how old was she as queen? Wasn't it like she was no older than 18?
I want to say it's 14 or 16.
Yeah,
but I'm not positive.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but she's very young, and it is fascinating how a lot like Leia, she's a chameleon to her surroundings. So if she's in this setting where she has to function as queen, she does. If she's in this function or the setting where she has to essentially blend in on Tatooine, she does as well. And she knows she's talking to Anakin even and having this conversation. And like you mentioned, even in with the Gungans, being able to understand the history there as well, that it was her people that drove the Gungans underground, into the water. And so then to come and to request help, to show honor, to ask for help, to basically recreate this treaty and this covenant, this relationship there. Pretty fascinating. And I think one of my favorite things about Padme is when they come back to Naboo, like you were saying, how she's just like running at the forefront, you know, just like Leia would be, you know, with a blaster in hand and all this.
And she can shoot.
Yeah. And I just think it's so funny. Like, it's one of my favorite scenes, you know, right before Duel of the Fates, when Maul is revealed, she's just like, you know, we're going to go this way.
She's like not afraid, but she's like, I don't have time to deal with this.
She's like, this is your guys' speed, you know. She's got, you know, thrust into this world of Jedis and, you know, prophecy and Trade Federation blockades and all this, and then the Sith are revealed, and she's just like, nope, I can't deal with this.
Right.
But yeah, it reminds me a lot of Leia and Alderaan, you know, Padme and Naboo. I think it's very, very similar there.
Yeah.
It's super cool. So do you have any other thoughts, any other standouts for her from The Phantom Menace? I mean, her outfits, obviously. She goes through a ton of outfit changes.
But which is entertaining. It's like, oh, what's she going to wear now?
Yeah.
I think she can pull them off. I don't know very many people who could wear those things, but Padme can.
I wonder how long, like in real time, how long that they would take to put on. Like, I know in the movies we just see it like that, but it just seems so much work.
Yeah, too much work.
But yeah, any other final thoughts?
No, all I can think of is that she's awesome, and I'm excited to continue looking at her in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, and then do a comparison of video of Leia and Padme coming up at the end of this month.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I think she just keeps getting better and better, you know, in each subsequent film. But let us know your thoughts and opinions about Padme Amidala in the comments below. The Phantom Menace is awesome.
Yep.
And let us know why you think Padme is awesome. But hey, with that, we are two Star Wars nerds, and may the Force be with you always.